Spies, Ana Montes. The story of Ana Montes is one of the most significant espionage cases inside the U.S. intelligence community, largely because she worked undetected for years at the very heart of American defense analysis. Montes was born in 1957 into a military family and eventually built a career as a highly respected intelligence analyst. She earned a master's degree in international studies and later joined the Defense Intelligence Agency, where she specialized in analyzing Cuban military and political affairs. By the 1980s and 1990s, she had become one of the agency's leading Cuba experts. She was trusted with highly classified information, including assessments of Cuban military capabilities and U.S. strategic planning. Colleagues described her as intelligent, disciplined, and deeply committed to her work. But behind that professional reputation, Montes was secretly working for Cuban intelligence. For years, she passed classified U.S. intelligence to the Cuban government. She communicated using encrypted messages and covert signals, avoiding detection even as she handled sensitive material at a high level. Investigators later concluded that her espionage began in the early 1980s and continued for nearly 17 years. Her actions came under suspicion in the late 1990s when U.S. counterintelligence officials noticed irregular patterns and began a deeper investigation. A break in the case came from surveillance and analysis of her communications, which eventually led the FBI to uncover her secret contacts. In 2001, Montes was arrested at her office in Washington, D.C. During questioning, she confessed to being a spy for Cuba. Authorities determined that she had revealed identities of U.S. intelligence officers, military assessments, and strategic plans related to Cuba, information that could have put lives at risk and compromised national security operations. She later pled guilty in a federal court to conspiracy to commit espionage. In 2002, she was sentenced to 25 years in prison. She served her sentence at the Federal Medical Center, Carswell, in Texas. Montes was released in January 2023 after completing her sentence, with additional restrictions placed on her activities. The case of Ana Montes is often described as one of the most damaging insider espionage cases in modern U.S. history. Unlike dramatic spy stories involving gadgets or escapes, her case was defined by quiet persistence, someone trusted at the highest levels of intelligence who was, for years, simultaneously serving a foreign government. It remains a powerful reminder of how intelligence failures are not always about technology or outsiders, but sometimes about trusted insiders operating in plain sight.